And it is. It's amazing how people do you. And you know what? I was just looking at my boy Mitty Man video, and it's kind of was what I was hitting on a while back. And you know what? When we was talking about how you get appreciated, and how people will do you, but they find time and money to raise things for everything else. See, we got to quit doing each other like this. Yeah, we always hear the term it ain't about money, just like you said, Mitty Man. A big shout out to you. We just thank God for another day. But when it comes to you being a faithful and humble musician, you got bad musicians, then you got good musicians. It seems like the bad musicians always get treated better than you do. But remember what they did to Christ. But not to jump off subject, but I can put myself in this position because I have been through this so much in my life. That's why I don't even worry about people. One thing is, why should you have an argument over somebody having to bless you? How do you pay for a blessing? See, and these preachers, Lord know I'm not talking bad about nobody, but I got to tell the truth. Because I got so sick and tired of preachers doing me like that, like you were saying, Mitty Man, and they already tell you they're not going to pay you nothing. And the Bible tell you serve this word of his higher. But they tell you we can't pay you nothing, and don't expect the appreciation and the blessing. You should do what you want to do for God and don't worry about people blessing you. But those same preachers turn around and have their pastors and wife appreciation, and they raise over $6 or $7 grand and more. I done seen this with my own eyes, but they will tell you and dictate to you. You don't even need to be worried about that. You breaking your back. Just like Mitty Man was saying, I used to be like that a lot. I used to go play at a church where I was at, and they wouldn't even recognize the fact that you even being there. And they won't give you nothing extra for playing, barely giving you something just to be there. And then they would tell you, well, we bringing such and such in here for the choir annual, or, we got an evening program, we're going to let such and such play. And like you not even sitting there, but don't have no problem breaking them off for $100, $150. You are so right, Mitty Man. And I don't know what church has become, but it's not right. It's an old saying, you give people their flowers while they're still living. But we don't want to appreciate musicians. How many of y'all have been a minister of music that didn't get appreciated? I know I have. But I don't get caught on people, you know what I'm saying? Because God blessed me anyway. But still, right is right and wrong is wrong. And I'm here to encourage the younger musicians, the minister of music. This is what you're going to have to go through. And you got to get your mind already prepared for it. And most of all, stay focused on the will of God. Because being a minister of music is not easy. I've been playing in church since I was 15, 16 years old. And I done seen a lot of dirt. And I done been to a lot of churches, and I still do. And it's really not getting no better. It's getting worse and worse because everything done became about money. Church is so much of a business now. And when you don't want to appreciate a musician, that's why I say you got some faithful, humble musicians that be breaking their back. Remember when I did that video on you can slow down or get slowed down? See, I was those ones that God had to slow me down because I got so caught up in doing for people and ripping and running, breaking my neck and getting in bad health. So I had to talk to myself first. I was that musician, but I'm not like that no more. I'm cautious on what I do now. Everything ain't benefiting the kingdom. A lot of people doing this stuff for themselves. It's about the money, going here, going there. Who are you helping? And you are so right, Mitty Man. I just had to respond back and do this video again because we was talking about a long time ago how the musicians, the bad musicians do church. But what about the good musicians? Like yourself, Mitty Man. I don't even know you personally, but I know you through the spirit. Our spirit connects. And I just thank God for you because I can tell by your spirit what kind of musician, minister of music you are. And you ain't about money. I'm not about money because anybody that knows me would tell you I done did so much stuff for free and I still do because I don't look at people and getting caught up in all this stuff. But at the same time, if my car break down or my keyboard break, I need to know the church folks got my back. Especially when you keep telling me, people always throw that in your face. It ain't about the money. But if something happens, let something happen to your equipment and don't nobody have your back. See, that's coming out of your pocket. Money you didn't even have to spend. We had a real good subject, good topic, good discussion on this a while back. And there was a lot of people against what I was saying. But I'm with you, Mitty Man, because the truth is the truth. Just like Pastor Allen say, hey, man, musicians don't even stay in the service now. When a preacher get ready to preach, these musicians going outside. Some of them even smoking on the church ground. But see, where's the respect at? And if I was a real pastor would check that. See, I know some pastors that don't play that. You go outside and you miss the rest of the service, they'll tell you to go home and won't even give you your check. You want to do the church halfway, or they might give you half of your check, because respect is respect. Everybody sit through service and listen at you play. And then when it comes time to the preaching, musicians get up and walk out. You see this all the time. You know, after musician play, they leave. Now, we understand when we have to leave. See, like me, I don't stay nowhere near my church. And if I got another engagement, but you're going to see me in Sunday school. You're going to see me in Bible study. And you're going to see me through the whole service. Because it ain't about me playing. Because when I get through playing, I'm ready to hear that word. That's why I'm about the word. I'm not about that keyboard. I'm about the word of God. And I got to have the word inside of me. But it is so sad when it comes to somebody wanting to appreciate the musician, they forget about it. It's the same thing on the calendar marked every year. How do you miss the same thing out of every year? You know, when it comes down to appreciating time, it's a conflict. Well, we ain't going to be. See, if you're playing ahead of time. If you're going to have a musician appreciation in August or September, start planning way ahead of time in the year before in January. That way you can stack up and appreciate somebody. They do it for the pastor. But the pastors be the main one telling you, nah, man, you don't need no appreciation. You know, because they want the money for themselves. Not all pastors. But we got some crooked pastors out here. We got some crooked musicians out here. We got some crooked stuff going on in these churches. And people done stole money, and it's just going on. And as you're going to be a musician coming up, this is what you got to deal with. Because it looked like it's going to get worse before it get better. And I could be wrong. But it's getting worse and worse down here. And when you take on the job as a minister of music, see, a lot of people hate on you because of that job. And believe it or not, there is a job. When the Bible says serving his word of his heart, he wasn't just talking about people working in the warehouses and all this other stuff, what you do for your living. Minister of music is a job. I go through this a lot because people hate on me because I'm doing what I love. And God has blessed me to work for the kingdom and do what I like to do on the side. You know, he got me just laboring right now. I don't just stay at one church. I play at probably 6 or 7 different churches or more. I don't just stay at home. And I just thank God for being able to do that. And people that down talk you and you don't need to be getting money. You know what? It takes money to make money. It takes money to keep the house of God operating. It takes money to bless people. But money is not everything. That's why I say money is just not always a blessing. But when you get serious and talking about blessing a musician, why they can't be blessed? Isn't it amazing how we raise money for everything else? Oh, let the church have a carnival, or somebody's daughter in the church need to go on a field trip. Ain't got nothing to do with church. Or let it be where we need to raise money for the pastor's wife anniversary. Or but when it comes to raising money to getting the church fixed, when it comes to raising money for the musician appreciation, the important things in the church, we overlook it. Somebody ain't going to agree with this, but I don't care. Because the truth hurts, but the truth will set you free. And people know it's a lot of people that's doing this and wonder why these churches are not growing and not prospering. The Bible says in all things, get an understanding. He didn't say in some things, he said in all things, and then he said do things in decent and order. Ain't no order in that. Why you want to bless the pastor, but you don't want to bless the musician? Do that make the pastor better than the musician? Come on, let's get for real. Just because your title say pastor and yours might say minister of music, is there a difference? You are both ministering to people. See, we done got so caught on man and woman, we look at a pastor like he's way up over everybody else. But I got news flash for you, like Many Man say. A lot of pastors will tell you the truth. If it wasn't for the music staff in a lot of these churches, it wouldn't be no church. Because a lot of our old saints are moving on. And church done became such a new age church now. And if you don't have no praise team or no choir, no type of musician in there, people going to leave your church a lot of times. Because a lot of people come to church for the music. And you know that as a pastor. It's sad some won't admit that, because I tell people it's on both sides. Because I tell them after the song is over, when the music stops, you need that word in you. That's why I don't leave when the pastor preach. I'm not like that. I'm a real musician. And I thank God for the way he planted inside of me, because I don't want to do nobody wrong. The Bible says if you're doing something to offend your brother, don't do it. But we offend each other all day long, every day, and we don't care. We don't even try to get it right. We just leave stuff wrong and leave it at that and still want God to bless it. I want to tell you right now, appreciate your musician, because you will get woe out. I done been woe out in my life. I done ripped and ran for so many people and done got woe out. And you know what? When you get down, don't nobody even want to help you. They won't even, like Many Man say, you can go play here and play there, and they don't even want to give you $15, $20 to put in your gas tank. You know, they'll tell you before you come, I ain't got nothing to pay you. And you know what? That's all right, because your blessings do come from God. But a lot of people lying about that. They have money to bless you and don't want to bless you because they're greedy. I'm going to tell you another thing about being a minister of music. When you say don't pay me, and I do it for free all the time, expect people to do you like that. Because when you get that in your mind, I used to be like that. I'm going to tell you something. When I started out, I made $20 just on the second Sunday. Not every Sunday. $20. And we was going out at least 2 or 3 times a week. I went from $20 to $25 a Sunday. And I went from $25 a Sunday to $50 a Sunday. Then I finally made $100 a Sunday. And I be traveling. But I never once complained. But now I'm making what I need to make. Am I making what I want to make? No, because I don't care about what I want. I care about what I need. As long as God bless me with what I need to pay my bills, to gas up my cars, to get where I need to go, I ain't worried about nothing else. So being a minister of music is tough. And you're going to deal with some strange things. So be ready for it, and be ready for people to do you wrong. But at the same time, let people know when they're wrong, and don't let people do you any kind of way. And be blessed.